That niche is logbooks. There is so much opportunity in logbooks because it's boring. Nobody wants to do the boring job, but it is low competition and you can make these books for free on your laptop or computer right now. Now we're in Amazon. Let's just type in cattle logbook. 351 results for cattle logbook. Let's click on this one. 84 reviews. That's really good. And notice that this is not sponsored. This is just here. This has made its way to the front page at the very top, and it is an independently published book. Let's go ahead, click on his name, and see what other logbooks he created. So look, IBD Food Journal. Don't know what that is, but look at the reviews. That's great. Cattle logbook. That's great. Restaurant Review Journal, Doctor Visit Logbook, Farmer's Logbook, and you can do Farmer's Market Logbook. Maybe you want to track what you're selling at the farmer's market. That's another one, Sales Logbook. Trust me guys, there's a logbook for everything. And I guarantee there's probably also a logbook for KDP Publishing. Let's actually look it up. KDP Logbook, 2,000 results. KDP Logbook and Planner. KDP Listing Logbook. This isn't too much of a good niche. I wouldn't get into it, but there's a logbook for it. There's a logbook for nearly everything. Let's go back to this page over here and we see movie critics logbook, man, acting logbook. This is a jackpot, y'all. Go through this and just pick out the niches that you like, research them, make sure you want to get into that niche, and then create a book that's extremely easy. And most of the time, you don't even have to create the logbook interior yourself. You can go to a website like Creative Fabrica or Etsy and buy these interiors. The only thing you will be responsible for is the cover. So let me give you an example. Let's head over to Creative Fabrica. Let's type in cattle logbook interior and let's see what pops up. There's 25 results. This is an extremely low investment. This is 60 cents, $1.20, $1.99, 20 editable mega bundle. If it's showing in the search for cattle logbooks, it most likely has cattle logbook in there. Let's just make sure it does, y'all. Cattle logbook interior right here. And then you have some other logbooks you can sort through and see if you would like to jump into that niche. And let's see about the diamond painting logbook. They even have the diamond painting logbook in here. 24 results. Again, a very low investment, $1.50, $2, $2, $3, $1.20, $2.50. Pick the one that you like the most and create your book. 160 KDP interiors for $19. That's 160 niches you can create just for $20. You can't beat that. And these books are selling, y'all. The first tool I use to find more ideas for low content books is the AMZ Suggestion Expander. This extension expands your search suggestions in the Amazon search bar based on what you typed into the Amazon search bar. For example, if we type in logbook 4, it's going to show us more searches for that word. If we take it a step further and type in logbook 4A, as you notice, the suggestions change. If we erase A and put B, the suggestions are going to change. We can do this for the entire alphabet and you will get different results for each letter you type in. As I was going through the alphabet, I noticed a suggestion that I hadn't seen before, and it was for an FFL logbook, and there's basically no competition from independent publishers in this niche. I typed in logbook for F, and FFL was an expanded suggestion. So I clicked on the suggestion, and I saw there were only 59 results for this keyword. Mind you, researching books like this doesn't just work for logbooks. You can do this for coloring books, journals, planners, activity books, sketchbooks, all types of low content books. The next way I search for untapped KDP niches is by doing a little spying on other independent publishers. The first thing we have to do is go to Amazon and type in the type of book that you are wanting to do some research on. For this example, I'm going to use logbooks for barbecue. So let's type in logbook for barbecue. Press enter. We see some pretty good ones. This does not look like an independent publisher. We can go ahead and check to see if it is though. Let's go ahead and click right here. And we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom to see if it's actually an independent publisher. You can see right here that the publisher is not an independent publisher. If it was, it would say independent publisher. So let's go back to the results that were given. And this is another one that I like. 22 reviews, 4.5 stars, not bad at all. By Simply 2. This looks like it may be from an independent publisher. So let's go ahead and scroll down down to the bottom again. And as we can see, this is an independent publisher. So now all we need to do is scroll back up to the top. And as you see, this author's name right here is clickable. So we just want to click this name and we can see everything that they have published under this name. Let's click it. And as you can see, there are 214 results for this author. We have the Monarch Butterfly Journal, the famous What the F is My Password, road trip book, vehicle maintenance logbook. I really like what they did. It looks really good. If we scroll down, we can see that they have 14 pages worth of content that we could actually go through and look at the keywords that they have used for these books. One book that caught my attention from this publisher is the Monarch Butterfly Journal Logbook for Monarch Butterflies. This looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up another tab for Amazon and let's just type in logbook for monarch butterflies. As you can see, there is 196 results for this keyword logbook for monarch butterflies. And even if you don't want to make a logbook, just make a journal that has a picture of a monarch butterfly on the cover and make sure you add that keyword within the title you place when you publish your book. This one right here actually caught my attention. 5 stars. It's a journal composition book. So let's click on it. And the publisher is Creative Independent Publishing Platform. Okay, it looks like they might have opened up a LLC, but they were once actually independent publishers. Let's go ahead from this author and click on their name and see what they have. This is so simple, you all. Red Rose Journal, Winter Gnomes Journal, a Lamb Journal. Y'all, this is so simple. One that caught my attention with this publisher is Winter Gnomes Journal. I'm not going to look it up for the sake of time on this video, but that's one you can look up too. And as you see, this is a rabbit hole. You can actually get stuck doing this for a long time and actually find some really good results. This is one I've been doing since the beginning and it has not failed me. The third way I search for niches is through Creative Fabrica. So let's go ahead to Google Creative Fabrica, and just click on the first one. Once you're in here, you can see the search bar right here. You can just search and you don't even have to sign in. You can see it right here. I'm not signed in. I'm not logged in. So we can do this without even becoming a member of the site. What you want to do is go ahead and type KDP in the search bar. You'll see some suggestions pop up, but don't click on it, okay? Just type KDP and press enter. And you'll see all of these suggestions pop up. What I like to look for when I search in Creative Fabrica is bundles. That's where I find a lot of untapped niches for the books that I make. I make coloring books and I make log books and I make some journals. So what you want to do is find something that has a bundle like this one's bundle interior KDP. And if we click on that, we can scroll down to the bottom and most of the bundles will have a list of what they have created. So this is a bills tracker, a career plan, home to-dos, monthly to-do list, mood tracker, room chore list, birthday, body measurements. You just keep going down the list until you find one that catches your attention, and you can take that suggestion from the KDP bundle back into Amazon and do your KDP research. Find out how many results pop up. If it's under 1,000 results, perfect. Use it. If it's under 3,000 results, I still use it, but it will be more competitive. Look, the HSG pet information. That's one I haven't seen before. I don't even know what it is. The HS plant care information. I don't even know what that is. So those two I would definitely take to Amazon and find out how much competition there is so I can actually get in that niche and start making some money. Within this one bundle, I just found 2 potential niches and we weren't even on the site for that long. So if you find something you like, make sure to put it in a Google Doc or a Google Sheet. Make sure you just keep track of your niches, okay? If you don't, all the research was for nothing. In Amazon, they list out all the major categories for items that they sell. One of those categories is books. If we click on books, all of these categories will appear. These categories are niches, but unless you're a celebrity or extremely famous, these niches are way too saturated on their own. For example, Tony Robbins made a book called Money Masters the Game. That keyword money is a very high competing niche. So we would have to go deeper into subcategories involving money. So let's go to Amazon. We go over here to the all section and let's go down to shop by department. What we want to do is just go ahead and click on books and click on books again. As you see, there's Audible, there's Kindle, which is ebooks, and there's more to explore. But what we want to do is go ahead and click on books. And you see this stuff at the top right here. What you want to do is go ahead and scroll down and go to department. And this entire list, starting from arts and photography, all the way down to travel, are niches. For example, a broad niche is business and money. So let's go ahead and click on business and money. As you see, when we click in business and money, there are subcategories to choose from. So this is actually narrowing our search even more. This is going to be called a subcategory. And let's say we even want to take it a step further. Let's click on investing. And under investing, there are more subcategories. And let's go ahead and just click on real estate. And once we click on real estate, it will bring up the best sellers. So as you see, rental property investing is a bestseller. And let's go ahead and see some more. So number 1, rental property investing. Number 2, same thing. Number 3, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Managing rental properties. So as we go through these books, you can see that we are finding some keywords. Rental property, that's a keyword. So what you want to do is go ahead and make an Excel sheet and put these keywords in there for your broad niches. So it will look something like this. And once we find a keyword we like, we need to go ahead and research that keyword even further. So rental property investing is one we can go ahead and search. So let's go ahead and put that in the search bar and see what it populates. As you see, rental property investing, there are over 1,000 results. You see the bestseller right there. And here are some more of these books. I want to show you a little trick. You can say rental property investing, but you can also put for beginners at the end of it, and that will narrow the competition even further. And as you see, that is 644 results for rental property investing for beginners. And honestly, most of the people who are buying these books are beginners, so that's perfect. So let's go ahead and try another example. Let's go ahead and try out sports and outdoors. Within this niche, there's baseball, basketball, biographies. One that I actually really like is survival skills, and that's probably because my dad was in the Army. So let's go ahead and click on that. And as you see, some of the best sellers, this is actually really good. Grid shutdown situation, bushcraft one-on-one, survival hacks. This is actually really funny right here when stuff hits the fan. Survival hacks, bushcraft guide to trapping, gathering, and cooking in the wild. Bushcraft first aid. As you see, this bushcraft is a keyword right here. Survival hacks, that is a keyword. And grid shutdown, that is a keyword, and it seems like a fairly new keyword. So let's go ahead and type this in the Amazon search bar. Let's go ahead and say grid shutdown survival book. Only 41 results appear. This is amazing, y'all. This 745 reviews. The Prepper Survival Bible, Survive and Thrive. Y'all, this is a really good keyword to get into right now. Only 41 results, and you know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So making a survival book would not be a bad idea. And just because we can, let's go ahead and just look at one more example. So let's go ahead and click on crafts and hobbies. Coloring books for grown-ups, that's a good one. Gardening and landscape, that's an actually really good one. There's a lot of things you can do with gardening and landscaping. So let's just go ahead and click on that. And as you see, we click on gardening and landscape, there is actually more subcategories within here. So let's go ahead and just click on greenhouses. So the best sellers for greenhouses, let's see. Gardening, logbook, and planner. Y'all, this is a low content book and it is #1 in greenhouses. That is incredible. Number 2, no grid survival hacks. No grid survival hacks is in greenhouses. That is a big green flag to make this book, y'all. Greenhouse gardening for beginners. There we go. Hydroponics in greenhouse gardening. Hydroponics is a key word. Cannabis growers. Cannabis is a key word. Aquaponics is a key word. Hoop house is a key word. I've never even heard of hoop house. Let's go ahead and just type it in Amazon and see what the competition is. Hoop house for beginners. 126 results. So basically this is our workflow. It is niche, subcategory, keywords, or niche, subcategory, second subcategory, keywords. And what you want to do is make sure you organize this within an Excel sheet, because you will find a lot of keywords that you can actually start creating for right now. And if you don't know much about the subject, that's okay, because you can go through ghostwriters like urban writers to get your books completed. You can even go to Fiverr to get your book cover. And that is another key point I would like to touch on. Make sure when you're going through Amazon, you are actually getting a look at the book covers that are getting good sales, because you want to stay along those color lines and you want to just get that inspiration from these types of book covers. Another key thing is to look through the comments of these bestsellers and look for the negative comments, because the negative comments will tell you what the buyer expected from this book, and you can make sure to add that within your book. Then you can surely outperform your competition. If you want to make some extra money with your books, make sure to check Audible. Since this is a high content book, it can be converted into an audio file and sold as an audio book. Some high content books, such as guides, might be a little more difficult to make into an audio book, but for the most part, if it's a high content book, it is going to be good as an audio book. So let's go ahead and check Audible, and let's check rental investing for beginners. As you see, 52 results. Again, you can click on the name, and you can see what types of books this author has published. As you see, they even put theirs in different languages, which is very, very smart. So let's check how to survive with no electricity. There are no results for how to survive with no electricity. Let's just type grid down, and there are 45 results for grid down. This one is from our guy over here in Amazon. Here's another one right here. It was just released this year in January. Y'all, this is a hot keyword right now. I would definitely get into this if you are looking for a high content niche. This is it, because the rest of these books look like fiction books. So let's type in hoop houses. No results for hoop houses. In hoop houses, dealing with polytunnels seems more like a guide, so it would make sense to maybe not have that one as an audio book. As you see, the results in Audible are super low. A lot of people are not converting their high content book to an audio book, and it does take a little bit of extra work, but the payoff is really good. Another important note to keep in mind is you want to make sure your pen is relevant to your niche. You can have your pen name relevant to the overall niche, or you can have your pen name relevant to the subcategory. For example, the main niche for rental investing is business and money. So for example, if you want to cover this overall niche of business and money, you can make a pen name called Business Wizards. Or if you want to focus more on the subcategory, which is real estate, you can make a pen name such as Real Estate Pros. The keywords we found today are all in different niches, so you would want to pick a pen name for each niche. This is important to do because you're setting yourself up to be an authoritative figure in each niche. Once you notice a book with a keyword that catches your attention, be sure to click on the author name so you can see what else they have published under this pen name. And that'll be another way to gain some more keywords under the niche that you like. The first thing we want to do is get our dimensions for the book. This is going to be the basis of our coloring book, the structure, the bones. So let's go ahead and get the dimensions ready so we can start having some fun. I use Tangent templates to get my dimension guides. So what we are going to do, we're going to go ahead and log in, and then we go over here to this KDP helper. Select cover type, paperback, select your trim size, 8.5 by 11, enter the number of pages. No, that's going to be 105. Select paper type. It's going to be white, interior bleed. Yes. And there's a note right here. If your images extend to the edges of the page, you are going to want to select bleed, even if only one of those images in the entire book extends to the edge of the page, you are going to need to select bleed. This will affect the dimensions of your book, so make sure you get this right the first time, or it will give you a headache down the line. And now let's hit continue. For our paperback cover, these are going to be our dimensions right here. And we can download this right here so we can have a template to put in Canva. As for our interior, these are going to be our dimensions right here. And we can download this classic template to use in Canva. Let's click create this design right here. Custom design, change this to inches. So let's copy this number right here. Take it back into Canva, and let's do the same thing for the height. And create new design. And there you are. This is going to be our book front right here, and this is going to be the back of our book. Now let's go ahead and drag in our template, and we're going to want to extend it all the way till it reaches. So now you can see this is the front cover, and this is going to be the back cover. So let's go back to Canva. Let's erase these dimensions, and let's get our interior dimensions. Let's put that right there. 11.25 for the height, and click Create New Design. Again, let's go ahead and drag our template and extend it to the edge. And this is going to be the basis of our coloring page. If we go out the purple right here, that's okay because we selected bleed, and that setting will allow us to actually publish a full page of illustration. So now that we have our book structure set up, we can start creating some images. So let's go ahead over to Discord. Once you're in Discord, press the / button and hit on Imagine. And I found a really good prompt that has been giving me some really good images. I will link it below, and this is what we're going to use. So we're going to say coloring book pages, cartoon style, thick black lines, and no shading. And since this is going to be a country living coloring book, let's type in something like wheelbarrow. And let's do our aspect ratio. I like 3:4. And stylize, I like 50. And once you have everything in there, let's just go ahead and press enter. And while we are waiting, we can go ahead and copy this prompt. And let's create another image. So let's copy that right there, and let's say pigs by a barn. Sounds pretty good. Again, our aspect ratio is going to be 3:4, and our style is going to be 50. And stylize, this just tells Midjourney how detailed you want the coloring page. So you can mess around with that, see what you like. As of right now, I like 50. So as you see right here, this is populated. Let's open this in the browser, get a closer look. And these are pretty nice. I really like the second one. So let's head back over to Discord and let's press upscale 2. And now the upscale is going to provide a nice clean image. Open this in the browser and we can go ahead and save image. And we can name this wheelbarrow. And once we save our image, let's head back over to Canva where we set up our book structure, and let's put this image on this coloring page. Just like that, and stretch it out. And now you have a beautiful coloring page, right? And this is page 1. Page 2, we're going to want to leave this blank. You can either leave it white or you could fill it in with black or gray. I personally do like gray over black, but the choice is yours. And now let's go ahead and add another page and let's see if our pigs populated. And here they have populated. So let's go ahead and open this up in the browser. I'm going to say give me versions of number 1. I like versions of number 1, but something crazy is going on back here with this wood and I don't like the way that looks. So let's click on V1 and they are making variations now. All right. And here are the variations. So let's go ahead and click on this right here. And this actually looks really good. I really like 1 and 4. So let's go ahead and ask to upscale 1 and let's upscale 4 as well. Let's click on this, open in browser, and we can save image as pigs. And on the second one, click it, open in browser, and we can save this one as pigs 1. Now, as you see, we upscaled this in Midjourney, but what I prefer to use is actually Vectorizer AI. And let me show you why. If we go back to our pigs, let's go ahead and download just the original version. So as you see, this one right here is not upscaled, but let's go ahead and download this. Now, once I download this, I'm going to head over to Vectorizer AI, and I'm going to drag that image in Vectorizer AI. Processing right now. And let's press download. And let's press download one more time. And what we're going to do now is head back over to Canva so you can see the difference in the quality. So this is the one from Vectorizer, and you will know because it has a SVG at the end. And this is the one from Midjourney. Again, this one has a PNG as the file. So this is the upscaled version of Midjourney. You see, it's not bad. But when you scroll down and compare it with Vectorizer AI, you could just tell it's cleaner. Look how blurry that gets when you move into the PNG. And look how the vector file stays nice and clean. So for an extra $10 a month, you can get extremely high quality images, so you know for sure that your coloring books are quality. And it's really your preference if you just want to upscale in Midjourney and use Vectorizer AI. I prefer Vectorizer AI because I just like the quality. But if you want to just do it in Midjourney, a lot of people do that. It's totally fine. And I really don't know if the customers are really going to be paying that much attention to the very small details. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and speed this up, make some more images, and then right after we will make the cover. As you see, I have completed the coloring book. I do have all of the images in here, all the way down to 105 pages, and it looks really good. This looks really professional. I'm really impressed by the work that Midjourney has been able to produce. So now that we have our interior, let's go back to Midjourney and create our exterior, our book cover. So let's go ahead and press that backslash button, click the imagine for the prompt. Let's say coloring book cover, a cartoon style. Put a space right in there. Let's do vibrant colors in small house on a farm with an old red truck on a dirt road. Let's make sure our aspect ratio is still 3:4. And for this one, I would like the style to be at 200, like a little more detailed. And let's press enter. So as you see, here are some images that Midjourney created. Let's open this up in the browser. I do like number 2. Number 2 looks really good to me. I like how that red truck just stands out. So let's head back over to Midjourney. Let's press upscale number 2. Let's open this up in the browser and let's click save image as, and let's save it as book cover. Once that's saved, let's head back over to Canva, and this is the structure for our book cover. So what we're going to go ahead and drag this right in here, get it nice and centered, and there we go. Let's delete this for a second. What we're going to do is click on this image, Command C to copy it, and Command V. And let's drag this same image to the backside. But what we want to do is press this flip button and let's flip it horizontally. And as you see, that looks amazing. To add a spine, we click on Elements, and then let's click on this square. Let's make it a little skinnier. Stick it right here in the middle and drag it on down. Now we can change the color. I do like something a little darker than this. That looks actually really good. And now, remember, whatever you name your book for KDP needs to be on the spine of your book or on the cover of your book. So before we start in our text, I like to grab everything and I like to lock it. And this just ensures that nothing can move once I start putting this text on there. So let's say country living. Let's just stick this right up there. think that's a little too big. Let's go ahead and make that a little smaller. Here we are right here. Let's change the font. Let's just say it's maybe country. Maybe something to pop up that's nice. That's pretty nice. I like that. And let's do some effects. Let's get this outline. Maybe let's do a nice black. Looks pretty good. Let's see what gold would look like. Nice dark brown. Yeah, I don't like that too much. It blends in with that tree right there. So let's go back to black. And then at the bottom, right here, we can do coloring book for adults. Let's take this font down a lot. Even more. Open that up and let's do something like this. Zoom in. As you see, this still looks pretty hard to read, right? Yeah. I feel like this still looks kind of hard to read. So what we can do in this situation is go ahead and add a background. Do something like this. This looks actually pretty freaking good. And what I like to do is see what white looks like. Ooh, that looks crazy. Let's go back. What I like to do is to add images to the back and just add a little something inspirational. It is not necessary, however, it just has good aesthetics, right? So I'm going to download this, and there we are. So what we're going to do now is upload this to Amazon KDP and hopefully hit that publish button. Once you're in your KDP account, go ahead and press create. We are going to be creating a paperback book. The book title is going to be Country Living Coloring Books for Adults. The subtitle can be Country Living, Farm Life, and Scenic Landscape for relaxation and stress relief. And there we go. Series, no series, edition number, no edition number. Type in your author name. And then let's add a book description. I have a template that I like to use, and you can use the same one. Here it is right here. Feel free to copy it. That is fine with me. Publishing rights, I own the copyright. Sexual explicit images, no. Primary place is going to be Amazon.com. Categories, let's do crafts and hobbies, coloring books for grown-ups, and let's click on general. Let's do this again, add another category. We're going to do coloring books for grown-ups again, and let's click on animals. Let's click save. Keywords, country living, and we can also do a different spelling. Coloring pages for adults. And all this is going to say the same. Press save and continue. We are going to get a free KDP ISBN. Assign me one, please. This is going to be an 8.5 by 11. Here we are. This is going to be bleed. And we are going to choose glossy. And now we are going to upload our manuscript. Nice. And then we are going to upload our book cover. And then it asks, AI generated content. Did you use AI tools in creating text, images, or translations? Yes. Text, none. Images, many AI generated images with minimal or no editing. I use Midjourney. Translations, none. So now let's click Launch Previewer. And our images are looking totally amazing. So you want to go through all of your pages, make sure they are looking good. And once you see they're all good, let's go ahead and click Approve. So this is our summary right here. We have black and white interior with white paper, bleed PDF, paperback cover is glossy, trim size 8.5 by 11, page count 105, and our printing cost is going to be $2.84 per book on Amazon.com. Let's press Save and Continue. And for this book, I'm going to price it at $7.99. And right here, you can request a proof if you would like. But for now, I'm going to press Publish your paperback book. And as you see, we have successfully created an entire coloring book and released it for sale. It could take up to 72 hours for your book to reflect on the Amazon platform. If you follow these steps in the video, congratulations. You just made a coloring book that can definitely be a stream of income for you. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if this is the type of content you like. Remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. Take care.